Hi, this is Calleja. I represented Malta in 2012 with my song This Is the Night. You are watching Eurovoxx.
Hi everyone, Eurovoxx here, and as you can see, we are here with Calleja, who represented Malta in 2012 with his song This Is the Night. How are you doing, Kurt?
I am well. Adjusting to the colder weather because obviously in Malta it's around 35 degrees at the moment. It was like yesterday we're walking around and I'm sweating, and here I had to wear a jacket. But it's good, it's good. Nice to be back in London as well.
Great British summer for you.
Yeah, exactly.
So going back to Baku and obviously Malta Eurovision Song Contest, how did it feel for your song to be selected and represent Malta for Eurovision that year?
Well, the thing about Eurovision is that in Malta it's the biggest platform we have. So whenever an artist gets to perform there, not just if you're competing, even if you're asked to be one of the guests, it is great exposure, and 90% of the population would have seen you on the night. The fact that I got to it, especially after my second attempt, was obviously was great. It was both a strategic and like focus on the song. Like we need a good song, but also it was quite strategic the way we worked. We had a song that at the time was similar, was very close to the styles of the songs on the radio at the time. It was a catchy tune. So the fact that then the Maltese people voted for us was quite an honour, and at the same time humbling as well.
Well, so in Baku, the stage was pretty massive, and you had a lot going on. So how did you and the broadcaster manage to create the staging that you did? Because there's still quite a lot of movement going on, but it's quite a vast stage. How did you manage to make it work for you and your song?
Well, I'm lucky because my brother is an architect. So he designed, when we got the design of how the stage was going to be, my brother created a 3D render of it, and we basically, Warren, who was the guy who invented the foot move and the movement on the stage, who had just come from 6 years living in Cambridge and London, performing and traveling and stuff, was the one who gave the show its dynamic. In a sense, the movement was created by him, but always using the dynamic of the stage. We created a camera script, which is obviously quite helpful because then we're very specific with the shots. The shots themselves were part of the choreography. Like I knew at what time the cameraman is going to be right in my face, when I had to look at the floor camera and I had to look at the tower camera. So, but it's all part of the show, part of the fun of creating a product and delivering it at the end of the day.
And 5 years on, would you change anything else what you did, the staging, the performance, or do you still look back at it and say you were happy with it and there's nothing you would change about it regardless?
Yeah, I mean, we're very happy with the performance. I did one small mistake during the first chorus, because we were not supposed to do the foot move immediately. We were supposed to do it at the fourth part. But other than that, everything went, because obviously we're practicing the same movement, the same choreography for a whole 3 months, 3-4 times a week. So we were doing it without even thinking at the time.
And so your backing vocalist was Amber, who 3 years later went on to represent Malta with Warrior. How was that for you, someone you'd worked with, then having the centre stage for themselves?
Well, I was very happy. Like when she won, it felt like I won again, because basically that year I was planning to go back into Eurovision, and just a few weeks before entering, Amber actually contacted me to make me listen to her entry, to get my thoughts on Warrior. So I heard it way before a lot of people did, and I told her I was going to submit a song and I'm not going to. I told her so that I can be part of your supporting team. She was very happy with that. Eventually what I did, we launched the song Leap of Faith, which is on my album Love on Mars. I actually played it in her concert then, and it was quite an experience to say I was actually going to submit this song to Eurovision, blah 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 blah. I actually went to Austria to support her, and I was helping her also a bit prepare for Eurovision from a mental point of view, like, because I'm a a neuro-linguistic programmer.
Oh wow!
Yes, I can speak to the subconscious, and
so like that sort of psychological help then.
Yes, and obviously because I had already done it myself, You know, I could speak from experience, and I could speak both as a. I don't do therapy. It's more. It's more speaking. It's linguistics. It's basically linguistics, but helping someone choose. So it's just helping the person choose, make her decisions.
And also, you said you were going to submit a song then, but obviously didn't submit it. You heard Amber. Would you submit a song again to Malta Eurovision Song Contest, or are you just happy for that to be done now, or would you return? Because we see a lot of returning artists like Claudia Faniello, Kevin Borge, Christabel, just to name a few. Would you go back in again, or are you happy with the one time?
No, to be honest, every year I'm tempted to go back. It's just every year something comes up. Like the year after Amber did it, there was Eurostarz. Again, Eurostarz is quite a good friend of mine. I thought, why bother? And also last year, I was working on my own album, so I didn't have time to prepare a specific Eurovision song. Like Eurovision has the rules. Like 3 minutes, it has to be catchy, And our songs are, as you'll be able to see tonight during my performance, our songs are normally like 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes, because we want to put in a nice guitar solo. We want to put in a melody that people remember and stuff like that. So going into Eurovision, artists should never take it lightly, because there's a lot of work to be done beforehand. But yeah, I mean, I would love to do it again. Like this year I was actually thinking of it, but my brother's going to submit a song, and because it's all televoting and you can only vote once, I think, or twice, then it wouldn't be fair, because our votes will get split. Right?
Yeah. So going on to that, obviously he says change the televoting last year, and also in 2018 that Malta are going to keep public televoting as the sole decider again. Do you think that's a good decision, or would you like the jury to come up even if it was a 50-50 split? Or do you think the Maltese public should solely outright pick their entry like they chose Claudia?
It's difficult to say, because in either way, if the jury is 100% and 0% televoting, then it feels like the Maltese were not participating in it. If the Maltese televoting was only 10% or 20%, it's really not going to make a difference. 40 to 50%, it's like 6 people, the jury will be 50% versus the remaining 400,000 Maltese people. So it's either way, there's always an argument pro and in favor and not. For example, when I won thanks to the televoting, because if it were to the judges, I would be second place. So obviously I'm going to be more biased towards televoters. The thing about televoting is when people are voting for you, it means that they want you. They want your song, they want you. So obviously they're going to buy your music, they're going to come to your shows. So,
as I said, you've flown in to be here tonight. What was it that brought you from sunny Malta to our little humble London? Like, what was it that made you want to perform to a group of Eurovision fans tonight?
Well, I have a lot of debt to Eurovision, because it has opened up many doors. I got to travel and perform, and I got to experience working with different musicians in different countries, made a decent living for myself. So obviously I owe that to the Eurovision fans, and I always thank them with a lot of gratitude. Also, it's a job, and so wherever I get called, if I'm not booked, I'll obviously go for it. We were in Berlin, I think 4 weeks ago. In 2 weeks' time, I'm performing in Lithuania. I was in Lithuania in March. We're going to Venice in September, and Scotland in October. And all the while I'm still performing in Malta and doing TV shows and stuff like that.
Yeah, brilliant. So if people want to keep up to date with where you are and where you're performing, they want to come see you, where can they find you on social media, like on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram? Yeah. What should they be typing in to find Kurt?
Right, so I'm on the main social medias, which is Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. They just write my name, Calleja. I do have a fan page, which is where I which is strictly music. So anytime I'm performing, if I'm sharing music, I'm going through that medium. But yeah, again, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat.
Anything and everything.
It's all there. It's all there.
And to round out, if you could duet with one Eurovision artist in the past, who would it be and why? Any Eurovision artist, who would it be?
That's a tough one, huh? And not many people are going to believe this, but if I'm not mistaken, it was 2006 or 7. There was Serbia, Montenegro, Maria Šestić.
Oh yeah.
and I met her in Portugal 2 years ago at a Eurovision party, and we got along so well. And then we found out we're both Tauruses, which is our birthdays on the same day. But I love her soul and passion in music, and like both of us share a lot of similar music likes, but at the same time we have our preference where we don't agree as well. But she has a beautiful voice, she sings with such passion, and yeah, it would be great to work with her.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much, Kurt. Good luck tonight. I'm sure it'll be amazing. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Kurt Calleja, Maltese representative from 2012 with his song This Is Life. Thank you again, Kurt.
Thank you very much.
Have a good night. Cheers.
Hey guys, Andy from Team Eurovoxx here. If you like the video, don't forget to give us the big thumbs up and like. Don't forget to subscribe down here. Don't forget to leave your comments and find us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and check out our website www.eurovoxx.net. Over and out guys, till next time.